discuss about technology digital toward production firm. Firstly, reduce production costs. The use of digital technology system can help production firm to reduce costs. This is because the presence of technology such as machine or equipment equipped with computing and robotic system can help firm to reduce the use of factor of production such as labor. The use of labor will require payment like wage, which will increase according to the current circulation. When there is an increase in labor wage, it will cause the cost of production to increase compared to the use of machinery, where the cost will not change. Secondly is increased productivity. The replacement of technology in the production of firm is able to increase productivity. This is because the use of new technology will allow the production of more output per unit of input. In other words, firm can produce goods and service faster, better and cheaper with the help of technology. Thirdly is improving the production quality of output or goods. The displacement of technology that is happening nowadays has helped the firm in improving the quality of production. For example, the production of telephone to smartphone. Smartphones are handheld electronic devices that provide contribution to cellular network. Advance in technology has enabled production firms to produce smartphones that have better quality of function, such as making phone or video call, sending short messages, taking picture, recording video, accessing the internet, and so on, compared to the mobile phone that previously only allow people to do phone call and send message. The fourthly is increase the production of product design and diversify consumer choice. The substitution technology today has involved the use of digital technology, which allow production firms to diversify their design, such as the Proton company, which has used Autodesk digital prototyping technology. This is because this digital prototyping technology is a technology that allows firms to produce design, visual and simulation technique for more efficient product production. And in addition, the production of different design can also give consumer many choice in the selection of goods. However, the use of technology modern can also reduction of output, like printing production firm. Printing production firm can experience a reduction in output. This is because the emphasizement of digital technology that has taken place has led to a change in the economic landscape from offline to online. For example, a newspaper. In the old days, printing companies were needed to print newspaper and then sell them in the market. But due to modern technology, printing company had to reduce their output because consumers could get the news online, such as BH online.
What is a demand? Demand achieve economy principle. Is the effective one for something and the willingness and ability to pay for it. For a relative concept, demand is always attached to the certain price point at the particular point in time. Quantitative demand analysis provides useful guidelines to companies and investors trying to determine their market strategy and the growth potential of a product. There are two basic types of a demand. This is an individual and market demand. Next, we go to the individual demands. Individual demands is a demand of one individual or firms. It represents the quantity of goods that a single consumer would buy at a specific price point at a specific point in time. What the term is now what's value. Individual demand can be represented by the point of a view of one person, a single family, or a single household. Individual demand depends on the individual's desire and the quantities of a product he or she is able to afford at the specific price points, report economics. In the figure show, in July of 2020, Malaysians have a bad decrease in the history of Malaysians. But the next month, the figure show Malaysian was increased sharply after MCO. Now we go to market demand. Market demand provides the total quantity demand by all consumers. In other words, it represents the aggregate of all individual demand. There are two basic types of market demand, primary and selective. Primary demand is the total demand of all of the brands the recipients give product or service such as all phone or all high-end watch. Selective demand is the demand of one particular brand of product or service, such as the iPhone or the microwatch. The market demand is an important economic marker because it reflects the competitiveness of a marketplace, consumer willingness to buy certain product, and the ability of a company to leverage itself in a competitive landscape. In the figure show the example of market demand. The year of 2020 proceeds quite challenges of the Malaysian palm oil industry. In the industry overall performance last year was rates mixed compared to 2019, and CPO production palm oil stock export and import of palm oil declined while total export earning of oil palm product grew despite registering lower export value. The total CPO production in 2020 was 19.40 million tons, 0.72 million tons or 3.6% lower than 2019 production of 90.86 million MT. Impaired by labor shortage and the description in the bank extension FFB heaviness and milling process caused by the movement control of the MCO imposed by the government.
I would like to introduce myself. My name is Annaal Krishnan, metric number S55647. I'm going to explain about labor market changes related to digitalization. A labor market is a place for employees and employers to interact. A labor market in an economy is driven by labor demand and supply. Labor demand is the firm's need for labor, whereas supply is the workers' supply of labor in this market. The shown table 1 and figure 1 are represented by Snappy Mob Sindran Berhad Company. Table 1 shows the quantity demand and quantity supplied employees. Meanwhile, figure 1 illustrates how digitalization changed the labor market equilibrium. Snappy Mob Sindran Berhad is a Malaysia-based web and mobile app development company. They have designed and developed top-tier online and mobile application for companies all around the world. Based on figure 1, the vertical axis indicates the rate of employees and it's measured by salary in annual basis. The horizontal axis presented the number of labor height and is measured by number of employees. In this figure, the demand curve, which is DO, and supply curve, which is SO, intersect at the equilibrium point EO. The equilibrium quantity of employees are 34,000 and salary is 60,000. But there is a shift in demand curve where the demand curve shifts to the right, and it's because of digitalization. The increase of digitalization will create new tasks and jobs for employees in Snappy Mob Sindran Berhad Company, and this will increase more information technology professionals to enhance the company's productivity. Thus, new equilibrium point, which is E1, has occurred by intersect of new demand curve, which is D1, and supply curve, which is SO. The new equilibrium quantity of employees are 38,000 and the salary is 65,000. There are positive and negative impact of digitalization on labor market. First, the positive impact of digitalization on labor market is it will improve the quality and competitiveness of goods and services. Second, it will increase the ratio of high-skilled workers. Third, it will increase the productivity and reduce the cost and price. Last, it will improve the safety and reduce the risk of human error. The negative impact of digitalization on labor market is, first one, it will change the professional profile as well as new skill and training needs. Second, it will increase the inequality and structural unemployment. Third, there will be decrease in job opportunity, and lastly there will be changes in market structure.
What is firm competitiveness? Competitiveness is ability of a firm to produce goods and services that successfully match the market needs. Firms compete with one another over their share of domestic and global market. A firm competitive depends on its ability to innovate and upgrade, to adapt quickly to market change and to improve quality by expanding its market share at the expense of less efficient firms. Firm competitiveness before and after pandemic COVID-19. While before the occurrence of COVID-19, small and medium enterprise SME will focus on technology and product quality to compete with other enterprise. High quality and reasonable price will keep buyer interest in the product sold. This will cause the business being run to have permanent or increased potential. Creativity in designing attractive is also very much needed to compete with other industries. After the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, small and medium enterprise SME are mostly changing their competitive strategy. The majority of SME will do online trading. Therefore, the creativity required in marketing product into social media is now emphasized as buyers cannot afford to buy face-to-face to avoid the spread of COVID-19 disease. The push in posting attracts product ads will increase sale revenue because buyers only look with their eyes at the ads being posted. How to improve the competitiveness of the firm? 1. Innovating cloud point of sale post like the telco is innovating cloud point of sale post like a comprehensive solution that helps the F&B industry streamline payment and deliveries in just one platform. Second is share current experience of PKP. Digital marketing starter kit introduced by a massive business consultant. The company can leverage technology to maintain productivity, achieve sales target and business continuity. It has saved employees time because the platform is easy to use without the need for marketing staff to manage it. In addition to using WhatsApp and Facebook to promote the company, new beverage sales to customers.
Economy as a whole. Overall, we clearly see that the industry that using digital technology has made a huge difference in today's economy development. Like most other industry, the freight and logistic sector is expressing a new wave of digitalization involving the use of digital technologies to support transportation and logistic management. The presence of COVID-19 pandemic has caused economic activity around the world to decline. But something else has happened to e-commerce economy activity that have experienced rapid development. According to Yingling Wang, 2021, the freight transport and logistics sector has experienced rapid progress during the COVID-19 outbreak. This is because during the transmission of COVID-19, any face-to-face transaction activity are not allowed, which has caused of user and customer to switch to e-commerce service and digital service to conduct transaction. This proves that the digital technology are very important to further boost the economic development of a country.
Digital market has been continuously influenced the consumer behavior with various reasons. I would like to highlight 4 reasons. First one is digital market has given accessibility to consumer to have commodities all around the world. Second one is consumers gaining more information and understanding about a product and services because digital market has revealed pros and cons through e-commerce portal, social media and blogs. Third one, digital market has provided consumer with the option of purchasing a variety of products from a variety of sources. And the last one is digital market have substantially increased in consumer interaction with their brands via social media, search engines and review websites. The influence of digital market on consumer behavior has changed the market structure. This influence has had a huge impact on market structure, which is affecting sales, consumer numbers, price and competitors. It has increased the competition for new entries in market structure. It has opened up new possibility for growth and profitability. Firm also able to identify the competitors in the market structure.
Consumer behavior in the digital market. In the digital marketplace is consumer prefer to choose items that have a health or beauty identity. The market structure will change to a monopolistic market. This is because more sellers will enter the market to sell items that have this health and beauty identity for meet consumer behavior.
My opinion on consumer behavior in the digital market and how it can change the market structure is the pandemic COVID-19 has increased the need to easy access to relevant products, service and information. The majority of consumers are now more comfortable with the use of online channels, reducing physical purchasing activity and are interested in contactless shopping and payment. Based on what I found, online purchase option and contactless payment to be new norm to most consumers, which the desire for contactless purchase options skyrocketing after the pandemic.
Now we go to the culture of the market structure still relevant to the new era of digitalization. For me, yes, they are still relevant due to the technological can cause increased competitiveness between companies. So the firm still freedom to entry or exit the market. As far as we know, the available technology is very up to date all the time. Therefore, I think it is very relevant for the present. Okay, thank you.
Are the criteria of market structure still relevant to the new era of digitalization? My answer is yes. This is because the e-commerce have conditions that characterize a competitive market. First, there are many buyer and seller. Second, the good or service offered for sale are largely the same. Third, the firm can freely enter or exit the market. Nowadays, there are many companies offering e-commerce shipping and sales service. Companies offering e-commerce sales service using digital platform to find and gain customer and also supplies overseas as many as 15 million on Facebook, 10 million on Alibaba and 2 million in Amazon. According to Sri Ayu 2020, operator who offer e-commerce service and delivery service will compete with other companies either in the country or from abroad in terms of offering delivery service price and selling price of goods. This competition will create perfect competition among entrepreneurs.